Welcome to a Command & Conquer cast between, in the yellow, it's Crexis with, I believe it was Nod, versus, in the blue, Horse with what I believe to be a GDI. On a very open map, so we definitely do know who should have an advantage. It is, of course, Nod. Nod normally has an advantage when it comes to very open maps. However, they are quite close to each other. So maybe Grenadier spam could work very well for Horse. And it seems like I was correct on what faction they were. So, flamethrowers are coming out, and so are the Grenadiers. Should both know where the enemy is? No, Horse actually does not know yet. Though, considering the amount of flamethrowers they already see, they should have an idea. Double refinery over here and an Apache, which makes sense on like infantry heavy maps, though don't sit it down please. And two refineries over here, no Orca. Which means that, well, for now at least, Apache should have free reign, because I don't expect to see any rocket soldiers. So, Apache doing a great job. And looking at the KD, it seems like Crexis is just having a great day all round. Horse also only on like 5 excess power, so if this gets damaged even just a little bit, and maybe even if the refinery gets damaged for like 50%, they are in low power. Because that's something I didn't know. But apparently in the code, refineries give 10 power and take 40. So it's a net minus 30. But it's really weird how that works. That it just gives you power. But I think that's because then if it gets damaged, you can go into low power. Not sure why, but that seems to be true. So, over here, buggies coming out, and over here we have of course weapons factory and already selling off construction yard. That engineer should not survive, but what can you do? Medium tanks are slow. So if Crexis over here gets up either more Apaches or a couple of bikes, they should be able to snipe your weapons factory, after which you can't do a lot. Though of course right now you have quite a lot more resources banked. And actually also gathered a little bit more, if you're Horse. And over here, was that another burning refinery? Maybe. And, okay, didn't crash. There goes construction yard. Quite a dangerous force, however, with Apache and minigunners and all that. The Grenadiers should be cleaned up and bikes coming in to deal with the tanks. Airstrip should stay up, and does indeed stay up. So with these forces, maybe it could go down, but I don't think so. After which, well, Crexis will still have eco and like cash in the bank, which is something that Horse does not, because they sold off construction yard earlier and weren't really able to do a lot with it. Though it's kind of surprising, but still 2 tanks over here, which are not being dealt with. This side though, Apache trying to do something, sure. But, Crexis, why aren't you getting up? Okay, there comes another bike, but like, why weren't you getting up any bikes or buggies for like quite a long time? You had the cash in the bank, and it's not that difficult. Anyways, over here 2 more tanks coming in. Airstrip still being repaired and will or should stay up. Though 3 tanks is still quite a decent amount of damage. And well, there aren't that many bikes here. Now 2 more bikes, though one isn't even fighting. And this one should go down, and does indeed. 1 buggy and Apache to deal with the Grenadiers. As long as the Apache micro is good enough, infantry shouldn't be a big problem. and then the tanks should be cleaned up by the bikes. Airstrip almost at full HP, but now Crexis does not have cash in the bank. Though they do now have 5 or 4 bikes out, so they should be able to deal with the tanks, even these 2 tanks. And then, well, I do still think that Crexis is likely to win this game. Though the longer it goes on, the more the economic lead for horse will start to matter. They harvested like 4,000 more already, and that lead should only expand. Crexis not getting up anything. Should really consider like trying to get more out, even if it's just flamethrowers, in order to like snipe buildings. And well, these 3 bikes should be able to clean up another tank. 1 bike might go down, not yet. Apache will try to get those infantry down with a little bit of help from the flamethrower, and now only 1 bike. 2 bikes again. But yeah, honestly, horse does start to get quite a good amount of units out again. Got like 3 tanks total. This is just 2 bikes and an Apache. Selling off power plant doesn't matter all that much. Maybe it's better to sell off the one in front, because that one is more likely to get sniped. And here, another tank should go down, maybe without any losses, seems like it for now. And this tank is already like half HP without dealing that much damage back. There it goes. So, can you go on the counteroffensive? Or are you like, no, I'm going to hold off and wait for them to come to me? Not sure if that's good if you're not normally the one who tries to go for sneak attacks and all that. Apache still, of course, taking 3 shots because, well, horse can't get up any anti-air. At least, they shouldn't get up any anti-air. Losing even just a couple of Joes might not be great for you. And now, finally, a little bit of sniping action by Nod. And okay, the game sped up and go back. No, not that far back. So by trying to go back slightly, I went back a little bit too far, so maybe there was a jump in the video there, or it was sped up even more for you. But anyways, over here, well, 1 harvester did go down, which actually is going to hurt horse quite a bit, I imagine. Can only get up infantry, weapons factory was sold off. And what can the Apache do? Should be able to do enough, right? This doesn't deal that much damage, and it is not even out of ammo. Don't go down. Good, snipes. Buggy here to help, and that should be it. Over here, buggies should be able to snipe this harvester if they block it. So taking shots from the grenadiers isn't great. And over here, actually quite a lot of grenadiers here. Though they are going to be cleaned up without taking anything down. Crexis isn't actually going to repair, which in this case I agree with, even though it's really low HP, that helipad. But, well, as long as they use their Apache well enough, and their buggies, they should be able to deal with all of the grenadiers and win this match. Only 1 barracks here, which could be sniped. As soon as it is, it's done. And you know that it's the only one. So don't snipe the refinery, snipe the barracks. Please. And thank you. And paused. Horse probably also knows that it's over, so well done that you made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left, but that's all I'm going to have for you today, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Economy 17,475 for Crexis versus 22,400 for Horse. So Horse with like 5,000 more